This story we're about to talk about is a very sensitive story. And why it's very sensitive is because I also see some black people saying that, oh, these ladies are wrong. Why would they have to do this? Then I went ahead and I see a lot of white people and they are literally concerned about the GoFundMe account. Now, before I roll out the clip, let me remind us that there was a lady here that was racist to two black couples, right? Two black couples. She told them one-on-one that yes, she is actually a racist. I did that video, that was last year, right? She told those black couples face to face that she is actually a racist and there is nothing they can do about it. This lady was fired that same day from her work, and instantly this lady opened a GoFundMe account. And within the first 24 hours, this lady GoFundMe account was reading over $100,000, which is she making money that she literally has not even made in her office, in her workplace, right? That one is for a white lady. It is right when a white lady is racist, is right. But when black people that are not even racist try to tell you, oh, I don't agree with certain things, it becomes a problem. Now, let me put this out clear. Every single thing that we do when it comes to the bad end, we emulate it from you white people. You guys started it. You guys are the tutors. You guys have made us see you people on the other level. Now, and that is why I will appreciate one of the woman, I think it's going to be the second to the last clip. So even if you don't want to watch any of this clip, go to the second to the last clip where you see this white woman say exactly what everybody's supposed to be thinking about. Before I will say anything that I want to say regarding this video, because I have a lot to say, let me first of all welcome you guys to this channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share, and credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And with that being said, let me go ahead and roll out this clip so that you will be honest to me in the comment section as to all of this thing that transpired. Let's go watch.
This man and his wife went to Smoothie King, and he was wearing a Trump hoodie. You can hear the manager in the back telling the worker that she feels uncomfortable. The worker said that they don't feel comfortable serving him. The wife gets on live and says that they're being discriminated against over his hoodie.
Yeah, we're at Smoothie King, and they're discriminating and saying we cannot get service because Jake has a Trump service on. You said we don't feel comfortable serving you because of my husband's hoodie. That is discrimination.
Okay, well, have a great day.
That is illegal.
That's what you want to do? I said Trump discriminates us.
You can hear the manager of Smoothie King telling the guy that Trump discriminates against us and that she did not feel comfortable serving him. The couple went on to say this is against the law, but that's not how it works. Businesses like Smoothie King absolutely have the right to refuse service, as long as they're not discriminating against a protected class and as long as they're not violating state or local law. A private-owned business like Smoothie King is not the government. The First Amendment protects people from government punishment speech, and it does not force private businesses to serve everybody. Basically, political clothing is not a protected class under federal law. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and make sure you share so people can be aware.
Hi guys, it's Janai Michelle. I'm just gonna explain what happened yesterday at Smoothie King Ann Arbor. So basically, it was really busy the whole day. It was just me and my other coworker. And basically this couple comes in the midst of it being like super busy, so we cannot attend to them right away. We're just like, hello, we'll be with you in a moment. And they're just giving us really weird looks, and so like we're kind of looking at them back like, what's going on? And that's when we realized they're wearing Trump merch. And that's when my coworker says to me like that, like, this is making me uncomfortable, like this is weird, like, because mind you, it was really the day right after Black History Month. And that's when Torta asked us if there was an issue, and that's when my coworker said like, yeah, we're uncomfortable because of your sweater, of your husband's sweater. And she was taking an order on the headset for the drive-through, and then so that's why I was doing most of the talking, because you know she was attending to the customer. So that's what, like, yeah, like we are uncomfortable. And then that's when he immediately gets loud. As you can see guys in my video, we're just saying like, yeah, like we're uncomfortable, blah 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 blah, and then he immediately gets loud like, discrimination, you're discriminating against us. And that's when we start to get loud, because like this grown man is getting loud at us, and you know he's probably so angry because he is an ex-meth head, okay? And yeah, like I told them, like, as you guys can see in my video, I said we have the right to refuse service, have a good day. They did not want to listen to that. Like, have a good day, SpongeBob Big Guy Pants, okay? Like, I'm not really sure what else to tell you guys, so that's why I kept repeating, have a good day, thank you. And then they started like asking us for our names, like saying that they were going to call the police on us. And it's just like, baby, you said you were going to leave. So what are you still doing here? The door, okay? Okay, and now everybody's attacking me online. All the goys, news stations have picked this up. I'm trending on every social media platform. It's not like, guys, like, we just gotta lock in and wake up. It's not about Trump. It's not about Biden. Baby, Israel. Israel's the real issue here, okay? We all need to just wake up and accept it. And that's all the Queen Miss Michelle has to say. Goodbye.
Smoothie King, if y'all fire them girls, if y'all suspend them, y'all do anything but give them raises or leave them the fuck alone, y'all gonna be on strike next. A smoothie won't be bought the rest of the motherfucking year because them girls had the right to refuse service from them because they is POC. And if that man came in there with that red hat on and all that shit is triggering, and motherfuckers come into public places to make people feel uncomfortable. They had the right to refuse service. I don't give a fuck. We see all this shit that going on in the news because of this administration. The last thing a motherfucker want to do is be at work and see somebody coming in there with that shit on. It ain't right. We don't want to see it, and they had the right to refuse service. So all I know is if Smoothie King don't back them, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. And then the man recording them on live while they at work, for what? It's just a smoothie. You can't have it. Go somewhere else. You just mad that you couldn't have some POC make you a smoothie and you feel some type of way that they told you no. No. No is no.
Ooh, Smoothie King, it is over. It's over for y'all. You're done. Your overpriced ass is done. Okay, for those of you who don't know, two pedophile lovers decided to come in to Smoothie King. One had, the pedo's name on a sweatshirt, and guess what? Those two employees were standing on business and saying, no, I don't feel comfortable serving you. You're going to have to leave, which is within their right. That's something that they don't tell you. A restaurant can actually refuse service to you if they don't feel comfortable, and it is legal. Yeah, that's what they don't tell you. So the Smoothie King, it's over. You're done. You're done. You let these two black girls gonna continue to mouth off, and I'm telling you right now, you better go ahead and empty the bank for them. Empty the bank, give them whatever, because they're gonna win whatever lawsuit they're about to file. And to that conservative couple in Ann Arbor, Michigan, with that Ann Arbor, Smoothie King in Michigan, time's up, son. It's over. You two the internet's already made y'all famous. It's done. It's over. You're done. It is a great time to be alive.
So I went on to X. I haven't been on there in like a day or so because I don't feel good. See this Smoothie King post. Don't know if you guys have seen that one yet. Well, I got every kind of view that you could, need. So let's go through it. An employee refusing service because a man has a Trump hoodie.
We don't support that company.
She's become the victim.
So I might have accidentally
started to GoFundMe.
But you guys need to go to her Facebook and get this video taken down. I am a minor and she recorded me without my permission. The people in the comments are all white and they're all being hella racist. Guys, please help me get this video taken down. She recorded me without my permission. Guys, and what's crazy is she low-key, she literally looks Hispanic. Like, I don't know what the issues going on here, but literally, so after...
This girl is unbelievable. I hope both of them get fired. Didn't start nothing, just wanted to order a simple smoothie, as if you couldn't have done that, and maybe gotten a tip from them. Instead, now you probably will be losing your job.
Hi, guys, it's Janiyah Michelle.
There's nothing to explain. You said it yourself. You discriminated against a couple who came in because the gentleman was wearing a Trump hat. So rather than listening to things from your perspective, let's actually see what happened. Right? So, Janiyah Williams of Ann Arbor, Michigan, openly stated multiple times that she refuses to serve Trump supporters. And so it's likely that she's going to lose her job. It's likely that we will see some sort of release from Smoothie King. And wouldn't you know, she's already got a GoFundMe started. You see a hat, you see a shirt, you see a sweater, somehow you're triggered, you get offended, you start acting a fool, and you're the victim. Weird.
Right? Which is discrimination.
Did you guys see the guy yell and be loud? She's a liar. But of course they're not going to yell discrimination because it's not happening to them. But they like to do it. That's how the left are. That's how all of them are. They like to play victim. They like to blame others. That kind of mentality, that's what they have. But as soon as little inconvenience, something that they don't agree with, now they're being discriminated at. If a hat offends you, that has American flag or says make America great, something is wrong with you and you have to check your damn character. Like, these people are ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I think Smoothie King, the company overall, did fire those 2 individuals, which is good. They deserve that. We can't stay silent. Wear an American hat. Wear a Make America Great hat. Whatever the hell you wear, if you're out there, your political views are your political views, and everybody else has the right to their own political views. No one should silence you. No one.
Happy Monday, you guys. You guys know I have to come on sometimes, once in a while, and get it out. I love what happened yesterday, and I wish, like, I want to drive out to Ann Arbor to that Smoothie King, and I want to tip those girls. Like, if you live in the area and you guys are around that area, those girls I'm gonna go get my next smoothie all the way out in Ann Arbor, because they stood on business. You know, a lot of people are judging my reaction, but at this point, MAGA don't deserve any kind of respect. We see case after case of the things that this administration is doing to innocent people. We see so much discrimination toward Black and brown people. We see so much hurt and pain and division that this administration is causing, and they still stand with him and wear his memorabilia out in public, and they're upset. She got like 1,000 and something shares on that video, you guys, because they got refused service to buy a smoothie. That is insane. But Black people and brown people get discriminated against every single day. There's not one day that passes by that I don't see some kind of discrimination. People complaining about on online. I see it, I share it. I have people come to me and complain. I see all the injustice happening to minority groups every single day. We see what this administration has did to us as a whole, as American people, and they still proudly wear Trump memorabilia and MAGA memorabilia out in public. When people see that, when people see Trump, when people see MAGA, the oppressed people that have been suffering under this administration, what we see is the same as like if we see a Nazi sign. Those girls had every right to refuse them service. That they made them uncomfortable, because MAGA supporters and Trump supporters are racist. They can say they're not racist, but in their core they are racist, bad people. They have no kind of empathy toward anybody else. They don't have any kind of empathy, any kind of feelings. We can tell them stories all day long about how unjust and how bad their people are being treated, and how wrong that families are being ripped apart, and how people are here legally and still getting denied and getting taken in by immigration, and how this mother, I just reported about Nayeli's case, 6 kids, American citizens, are now in Mexico, can't go to school here, can't live in their own country that they were born in, because their mother was brought here at 4 years old of no fault of her own. Do you think they had any kind of empathy? They have no kind of empathy toward other human beings. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Last week, there was a Black lady went to buy a car and cash out. Didn't even want credit. Didn't even want to get her credit ran, anything like that. At George's used cars, autos, sales, and they refused her service. They told her, "We don't sell to your kind. Get the fuck out of here," to a Black girl. A Mexican man, a few days ago, they sent me an inbox and wanted me to share it. He offered $30,000 cash offer on a heavy duty machine, and they told that Mexican citizen to go back to his country when he's a U.S. citizen. So do you think we owe these people, these MAGA, there's Trump supporters, any kind of empathy? They make us uncomfortable. When I'm American, but when I see MAGA or Trump signs, I automatically think you're a racist. I automatically think you're a horrible human being, because there is so much evidence, so much proof, there's no explaining anymore to you guys. You guys don't have no kind of heart or soul in you to even acknowledge other human beings and their experience. So that's the only way to make them understand, is to show them how it feels. So by them doing that yesterday, you see the outrage You see all the MAGA people coming out? They're angry. They need to feel what other people feel, so they can have some kind of relatable experience to understand how injustice feels. They didn't get served their smoothie. Imagine going to look for a vehicle and told they can't sell to you because you're black. Imagine going to buy a heavy machinery for your company, and because you're Mexican, even though if you're American born, they don't want to sell it to you because they told you to go back to your country when you're not even from nowhere else. So why don't we make them have the same type of experiences so they can have a little bit of empathy? Because I feel like empathy can only be, you can only gain empathy by experiencing oppression or some kind of discrimination. They don't relate to the pain they cause, so they don't care about what they do or how it's affecting people. So the only way to make them understand and open their eyes is to treat them how they treat other people. Because we've already tried to explain, the whole world is screaming at the top of their lungs, telling them, look, this is wrong, what's going on, people are getting hurt, there's people getting killed in these facilities, there's families being ripped apart, people that have legal status are getting their status is getting took away, they're getting deported even though they have visas to be here. We're telling them all these stories. Black people are getting hung from trees. Black people are getting murdered by police officers. Black people are getting denied service because they're black. They get looked at different everywhere they go because their skin color. Do you think I care if that lady and that fucking man walked in there with a Trump sweater and got denied a smoothie? Look at the outrage. We need more of this. They need to understand what they do to people. It needs to be often. This needs to be the new normal. They need to be treated the way they treat other people, because they don't have any empathy, because they've never been discriminated against. They don't know how it feels. So by showing them what they do to others, then maybe they can gain some perspective from experience, because you could see in her face, we're citizens. We just came for a smoothie. So were those people that were black and brown that wanted service. So I am so proud of those two black young ladies. I will go tip them. And if they get fired, I hope they make a GoFundMe, because they stood on business. They felt uncomfortable, because every time I see a Trump sign or a MAGA sign, I feel uncomfortable for my brown and black communities that's around me. I have black nieces. Imagine my black nieces going to buy a car and they tell them they don't sell to them people. Imagine my brother-in-law going to spend his hard-earned money and getting looked at different. Oh no. Imagine my Mexican husband going to do something and they tell him, oh, go back to your country, even though he pays taxes and he's legal here. No, we don't have to deal. We need to treat them the way they treat us, so they can gain perspective on the heart that they have, because they don't care unless it hurts them. So you gotta bother them. You have to do something to them so they can gain some kind of perspective. Everybody's like, so you gotta do what they're doing to you. Yeah, you do, because we tried to explain to them. We tried to tell them how it feels or how people are suffering. They laugh. They laugh. They enjoy it. They rejoice in others' suffering. If you tell them what's going on, they say, oh well, they should have came here legally. Legal is legal. People will be legal and they still will make an excuse. You guys see it all day, every day. All day, every day. We're advocating for all these people that are suffering, and they do not care. But they care because they didn't get their smoothie. And you see all the people that are outraged by that lady not getting her damn smoothie. I hope that this starts a trend. And it's not like you don't want to be evil to people, but there's a point where you have to draw a line. And you got to say, look, you can't respect others' rights. You can't respect anybody else's feelings, then you shouldn't be respected either. So then maybe they can change their heart. That's just, I love everyone. Up until this stuff that's been starting to happen with all this administration and watching what they're doing to people, I literally never looked at people the way I do now. But now I see there is a thin line between people who have a heart and who don't have a heart. And we try to be nice, right? Show them the human in us. Hopefully that they see the suffering that they cause by their vote and they're still upholding this man and what he's doing. So you can't play nice for too long. There's a point where you got to say, you know what? They're killing people for protesting. They're killing people in these jails. They're They're raping these girls in these prisons. They don't care about anyone who's a minority. And if they support Trump, they don't need to have any kind of respect from anyone, because they represent hate, division. They represent everything that's wrong with this country. So I applaud those two young girls. I hope they make a GoFundMe if they get fired. If they don't get fired, I'm going to go buy me a smoothie in Ann Arbor and give them a big tip. So hopefully other people make it a trend. We don't respect people who don't respect all people. We don't have to respect people who don't love all people and think everyone deserves the same rights. Why should we?
Supporting Trump, that's embarrassing for you. That's embarrassing for you guys.
A woman was fired for refusing service to Trump supporters. Janiyah Michelle is an employee at a Smoothie King store in Ann Arbor, Michigan. She refused to serve 2 Trump supporters during her shift and publicly uploaded a video of the incident. In the video, Michelle clearly tells the customers, "We do not serve Trump supporters," and emphasizes that this is her company's policy. She proudly shared the video on social media, stating that this decision aligns perfectly with her personal beliefs. After the video went viral, Smoothie King's headquarters quickly responded, deciding to fire Michelle and stating that her actions were against company policy. Many people supported the company's decision to fire the employee, arguing that businesses should remain neutral and avoid involving political views in their work. However, a portion of customers expressed anger, believing that businesses should not interfere with customers' political choices, putting Smoothie King under significant public pressure. This decision elicited a strong reaction from the fans. Many loyal customers expressed their disappointment and launched a boycott campaign on social media platforms. What do you think of this approach? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Anyways, guys, I will still say this. If you did not listen to what this particular lady said, please go listen to what this particular lady said. Because I also saw some black people saying that what this lady did was wrong, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm just going to be very, very sincere, right? Every single thing that every single person emulates, especially as a black and brown person, it is coming from the white folks. When white people are discriminating against people, it is okay to open a GoFundMe. It is okay for them to say it is fine. It is okay for them to chill the person. When a black person does the same thing, it becomes a problem. Why? Why? You said she discriminated against you guys. Is the orange man not discriminating? Is he not discriminating against the black people, the black community? No, tell me in the comment section. I brought F around and find out videos every single time, including today I did one. Is that not discrimination? Where you literally have this beautiful damsel graduating, and at the end of the day, they won't even give her a chance to mention her name. They won't give her a chance. Nobody saw that, right? White people did not see that, right? On daily basis, black people have been racially profiled. So whenever we are doing things like this, we learn. And this is one thing you don't know about learning. The moment we learn from you, the more we become more better in doing it. The only thing we cannot be better in doing is that demonic part. But when it comes to these small, small ones, you want to show us that you can discriminate. Yes, we can discriminate it too. And I saw a lot of white folks laughing and cheering. Oh, thank to Smoothie King. They got her fired. She's going to get another job, and she has opened a GoFundMe account. Yes, remember, she's a minor. And I don't see anything wrong with she saying she's not serving. You know that right now in the country, everybody's head is hot. Even the MAGAs that voted, their head is hot. Even the people that are going to look for their daily activity, their head is hot. Because what you get for $1, tomorrow you're getting it for $100 or $50. Yes, what you're buying for $4, tomorrow you might go to the market and get it for $10, $5. So right now, everybody is not calm. Instead of the president trying his possible best to help, right? He's busy. The last time he gave Argentina how much? Now he is very, very busy with the Iranian blah 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 Israeli-Iran war that he has partnered with. Is it the terrorists you're talking about? Is it the tourism this thing that has gone down drastically that we're talking about? So what is it for people to be calm? And you decided to wear it because you want to show them that, yes, I am a Trump supporter. I'm not saying you should not support. Everybody have the right to support. And yes, everybody have the right to be served. And everybody still have the choice of, I don't want to serve you. If you keep saying we should not bring politics into the business we are doing, a lot of them are bringing politics into where we go, our daily activity, where we work, anytime they see us. So what are we saying? What are we saying? What are we saying? I'm not comfortable as a minor serving you, sir. I am not comfortable. Yes, because I can beat my chest and tell you, you wore that thing because you just wanted to create chaos. You just wanted somebody to say something. And you finally got what you want. You finally got how you want them to address you. You finally got the response you are looking for. If not because you people were all that prepared, before we know, your wife is already filming and saying, oh, we are at Vessel King and Smoothie King. They are discriminating against us. Who does that more than you people? Who does that more than you people? Who does discrimination more than you people? Even when this lady went ahead to explain, a lot of you, this white folks came to them and they were like, blah, 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 she's lying, she's this, she's that, she's this, she's this. Who cares if she's lying or if she's not lying? The fact is that our head is hot. Our head is hot. We choose to serve who we want to serve. If we get fired, no problem. We choose to serve who we want to serve. And if you don't want too much attention, now, please, drop all those, because at the end of the day, you're wearing it. The moment I see you, I'm thinking about the suffering that you are creating. Even as I'm sitting in the house and I'm trying to like check most of those clips, is giving me, is stressing my head. Seeing that name alone is stressing my head. Seeing that name alone is making me to remember to think how America was before, what has really happened, and how is it now. So to those ones saying, she did the wrong thing, she's not supposed to do that, why is she doing it? Why would she discriminate? Blah, blah, blah. They are also doing it. We are learning and we are retaliating. We are learning. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. Let me know the honest truth about what you think in the comment section. Just want to hear your honest truths and your own opinion as well in the comment section. And this is just for educational purpose only. Not to come here defame or make anyone feel uncomfortable. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye, guys. I love you guys. Mwah.